Waza Wednesday. This week we're going to go through a technique found at the beginning of the kata Kusanku, where your hands extend out in front of you, then lift, part, and come back together. Different styles are going to do that slightly differently. Some lean forward extensively, some just lift their hands, but the same kind of principles can be applied. In this case, we're going to look at it as a sort of a flinch or startle response and a follow-up from there. An easy way to start working this technique is against a push, a shove, something with two hands. Because our hands are coming up in this sort of a wedge formation, it can clear on both sides, so we're getting to practice that just off one technique. So he comes in with both hands. If I lift my hands, they're going to come up and spread those apart naturally. So when he comes in, I flinch these up. When I do that, he's probably going to run into my hands if he's really coming after me. So one thing I can do is aim my fingertips at his throat to try and stop him. That'll usually do a pretty good job if you've got enough finger strength to jab them in there. The throat's not a very hard target, so it's not too terrible to try and hit with your fingertips. Alternatively, when he comes in, the palms to the face or fingers to the eyes will work just as well. Following that, we've got the hands coming apart and coming back together. Now there's a couple different ways to work from there. One is simply to wrap the arms and try to hyperextend the elbows quickly this way, just wrenching them. You can also pass one to the other hand. The same collecting motion will work either way. So he comes in, I clear this, strike across his face or into his throat, into his eyes, wrap his arms, and try to hyperextend his arms this way. Or come up and strike and pass one to the other. This way I get to the outside of him, and then I can go from there into, for example, the shuri-te movements that come next in most versions of the